I am currently setting up my video for the follow-up to the Boulder Cup video. Basically, I want to do some real matches. There was a comment that said that it would be helpful to them if I did some matches and actually recorded my thoughts during the match, which I think is a great idea. Also, on top of that, there's a small problem with that, and that problem is that I just rubbed my glasses. That's what. Problem with that is I have no one near me that is interested in the Boulder League at all. So the only chance that I have to even test out this theory, or these Pokemon that I've claimed are going to be amazing, the only way to test that is to, one, spend a ton of resources. I literally spent almost 50 rare candies last night and spent almost half of my Stardust. I spent almost 450,000 Stardust yesterday. I don't even have a way to invest in my Medicham. I actually have a 100% IV Medicham, but I can't do anything with it because Medicham is non-existent in my biome. Here's the other way that we can possibly get some thoughts out there. If you guys would actually like to send me gameplay and let me review it, if you guys are down for that, I'd be down for that. I'm going to leave my email. I'll probably create a new one just for this. But I'll literally create an email and put it on the screen so that if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, then I'd be happy to do that. I think that would be really cool. That's not even what today's video is about. Today's video is going to be about Heatran. Wrong. I'm an idiot. It's kind of about Heatran. What is going to replace Heatran in Tier 5 raids? Out of Gen 4, we have a couple of options. I'm going to sit down for this. So in Gen 4, we actually have a couple of options that could end up replacing Heatran. I think some of these are more likely than others, and I'd like to kind of express my reasoning for that. First, we have Arceus. Okay? That's the way that it was originally supposed to be pronounced, apparently, and they've changed it to Arceus because Arce is a bad word. Arceus, I don't foresee that being a Tier 5 raid. I honestly foresee it being a EX raid eventually. I think that makes a whole lot more sense for it to be an EX raid. They could even tie it to, if it had hidden power, they could make its second, or its typing, its primary typing, equal to that hidden power, or if it doesn't have hidden power, then it just becomes a normal type. That'd be interesting. Next, we actually have Shaymin, which I also do not see it being a Tier 5 Pokemon. And that's because it's a mythical. And I think they're gonna do mythicals kind of like they've been doing them. We do have several mythicals inside of Gen 4, so I don't know exactly how they're going to handle multiple mythical Pokemon from a single gen. Because, let's see, Celebi was mythical, Mew was mythical, and Jirachi was mythical. So there's only been one per gen so far, so we do have kind of a unique situation where there's multiple mythicals, but I definitely don't foresee Shaymin becoming the next Tier 5 raid boss at all. Darkrai also falls into that. I feel like they're probably going to hold out on Darkrai, probably to reintroduce him during Halloween, because you guys have to remember that Niantic wants to stretch out releasing these Pokemon as far as possible to keep people coming back to the game. If they can interest people for, you know, a few months at a time, and then if they drop off for a month and then they come back for a few months at a time, that works out to Niantic's advantage by going slower instead of just releasing all of Gen 4 at once, because the longer that they can keep you playing this game, the more money that they're going to make, because that's just how their business model works. Manaphy, I feel like that's probably going to be the Gen 4 mythical research more than likely out of any of the mythicals. I feel like that one makes the most sense. At the very end, let's say you get an egg and you have to incubate it. And let's say you get a special incubator that can only be of one-time use and only incubate that egg. I don't know, maybe. Cresselia we've already had. Giratina in altered form we've already had. We still do need the origin form, but I don't foresee them bringing Giratina back so quickly. It's just kind of weird. Regigigas, I also see that being a EX raid. I feel like when they do Regigigas, if it was me, I would definitely release Regigigas as an EX raid and then have the Regis as tier 5s again. To me, that makes the most sense. Then you have Heatran, which we of course have now. We have Palkia and Dialga, which I honestly want those to be what's next. And then we have the Lake Spirits. I don't want the Lake Spirits to necessarily be next, but I feel like that's going to be what happens. Because they were teased in the material for the winter event, because they were teased for that, I feel like that's what's coming. Let's remember that we're dealing with Niantic. Niantic likes to do something off the wall. Anything that makes logical sense, they're probably going to do the opposite. As far as like my best guess is probably going to be Palkia. And the reason that I say that is because Heatran is fire and steel. They don't want people that already just went and got a bunch of Heatrans to be able to automatically counter Dialga, which is steel. You can counter that with fire. I don't think they want people to just automatically be able to grab Dialga just because they spent money this month. They want people to not be able to counter Palkia directly and put Palkia counters in smaller tier raids, make people spend money to get those counters, and then turn around and put Palkia as the tier 5, so they then have to spend money or raid passes to in turn get Palkia. That seems more likely from Niantic than actually putting Dialga, the Lake Spirits, or any other legendary from Gen 4 at this point. Honestly, that's probably my best guess is Palkia, because that to me makes Niantic the most money. And unfortunately, that's what it's about for them. So, yeah. That's honestly my thought. If you guys disagree, let me know. Let me know what you have to say. What do you think is going to be the next tier 5 raid? If you think that it's going to be a different legendary, let me know down in the comments below. If you like to like videos, make sure you do that. If you don't, I guess you can hit the other button. Tomorrow is Totodile's Community Day, so I will be making a video for that. Otherwise, the normal Let's Go playthrough is going to be continue to happen on the weekends. I also just posted the first episode of our podcast on my channel. It's a different take. It's just me and my brother and basically our closest friends just sit down and just talk. I mean, it's very raw. It's very real. I try not to hold anything back. I try to be very open on that podcast. It's a lot more personal than anything. I usually try to keep my personal life very separate from my online presence, but I feel like it's kind of therapeutic to be able to let it out. I used to go to therapy a lot, and I don't anymore, but it felt really good to just kind of talk about things and be honest with my friends about stuff. So it's also out for anybody who wants to listen. It is quite lengthy. Of course, it is a podcast, so if you guys want to YouTube to MP3, like whatever, however you do it, if you want to rip it and watch it, I guess I could actually make like a download for it. I should probably do that actually. I'll do that for you guys. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, if you commute a lot and you want to listen to something, we get on there and we cut and joke and make fun of each other. It's completely unedited, totally different from my Pokemon Go series where I try to edit out and make this stuff a little bit more friendly, family friendly for anybody out there. But yeah, so until tomorrow's Community Day, until I make this video about the Boulder Cup again, please send me any kind of gameplay that you guys want me to review. I'll try to review it. I'll try to put in my best thought. It definitely won't be like you send it to me and I put it in the next video. I'll try to like actually sit down, watch it, methodically think about it, and try to give you my best opinion on that. But yeah. So until tomorrow for Community Day, I'll see you guys then. go watch HGQ. It's on until the rest of the weekend. Okay, bye.